Hello, I'm Carrie Hennessy and welcome to The Dirt. Once again, winter is here at Johnson's Nursery. If you think the cold and snow is hard for you to endure at home, imagine being one of the many birds that make Wisconsin their winter home. In today's episode, learn how you can help support winter bird populations in your yard. Who knows? It might even inspire a new hobby. Did you know bird watching is the fastest growing hobby in America? It doesn't have to end when they fly south in the fall either. Some birds that nest in Canada during the summer can only be seen in Wisconsin during the winter when they set up camp for a few months. Others prefer to spend the entire year here. Knowing which plants are best for winter shelter and food will keep and sustain them in your yard naturally. Birds need protection from winter winds and predators. Planting dense evergreens like spruces or arborvitaes create a cozy haven. Even these dwarf forsythia shrubs that don't have leaves right now will protect small birds like finches and chickadees with their dense network of branches. Junipers are an incredibly important tree in the landscape for birds. Not only do they provide excellent nesting and shelter, but the waxy blueberries will sustain cedar waxwings and other fruit eaters through the winter months. This star-powered juniper is completely loaded with fruits waiting to be eaten. Other evergreens that do double duty are pines and spruces. Red-breasted nuthatches, juncos, and red crossbills will extract the tiny seeds from mature cones, creating natural bed and breakfast lodging. Songbirds in general prefer to feed on insects, which is why having native plants is so critical. Native plants attract native insects, which attract native birds. But in winter, insects are hard to come by. You might see birds scratching around in composted leaf debris searching for a meal, another good reason not to rake everything up in fall, but most revert to a vegetarian diet of seeds and nuts. You may already have a tree in your yard that will feed them, like maple or birch. Red-bellied woodpeckers collect acorns in the fall from oaks like this one and hammer them into the crevices of the trees for winter storage. The mahogany seed capsules of St. John's wort aren't just an attractive winter accent. Watch for small birds like juncos and sparrows ingeniously knocking the seed to the ground to be eaten. Certain perennials such as asters, prairie blazing star, Joe pieweed, and purple coneflower that attract butterflies in summer should be left up until spring, as they will support birds too. Some birds will seek out trees and shrubs that produce fruit during the summer months and still cling to the branches. Crabapple trees are an easy addition to the landscape, but not all are suitable as a food source. Certain crabapple fruits don't ever soften enough to eat, so stick with varieties like this Birdland or Harvest Gold and Bob White. Black chokeberry and winterberry are excellent fruit-producing shrubs. The red fruit on female ewes will feed robins and thrushes, leaving them unharmed by the poisonous seed inside. In late winter, this stand of American cranberry bush viburnum is host to a flurry of hungry birds at a time when there isn't much left to eat in the landscape. The best part about bird watching is, well, the watching part. But who wants to sit out in the freezing cold hoping to catch a glimpse of a common redpoll or pine siskin? You can supplement nature's offerings and enjoy the visitors from the warmth of indoors by installing feeders near windows. But be sure to place them 3 feet or less from the building, so if they catch the reflection, they can't gain momentum to attack. At Johnson's Nursery, our feeders are in the butterfly garden. Because it's well protected, many of the plants that attract butterflies also provide winter seed, and we have a great view from inside. Yes, some of the birds will eat the butterflies that congregate in the summer, but hey, that's Mother Nature for you. To attract the widest variety of birds, use different kinds of feeders. Since the majority of birds prefer an insect diet, a suet feeder is an easy and inexpensive investment. Woodpeckers, chickadees, tufted titmice, and nuthatches will flock, whether hung in a small cage or chopped up on a platform. Think of suet as an all-you-can-eat buffet of their favorite foods, a brick of animal fat mixed with seeds and nuts, and sometimes insects like mealworms. You can make your own, but packaged suet is quite affordable and isn't as messy. Johnson's Gardens in Cedarburg carries a full line of suet, including this one that has hot pepper in it to deter the squirrels. Seed is the most common bird food available in stores, but choose carefully because not all mixes are created equal. Oiled sunflower seeds and safflower seed are favorites of northern cardinal and grosbeaks. This mix has both, but it looks more like trail mix with peanuts, dried fruit, and juniper berries added. which will attract cedar waxwings and blue jays. Winter is often the best time for cardinal sightings. The bright red feathers of the males are hard to miss, and they are less territorial this time of year when not competing for the affections of the ladies. I think female cardinals are the prettiest winter birds. Their soft colors easiest to see against the snow than in the treetops. Small birds like finches, juncos, and pine siskins will go for the finer seed mixes. For best results, choose ones that have plenty of thistle or Niger seed. And check your feeders daily to see if they need to be refilled. Black-capped chickadees need to eat every day, even in a winter storm. Once you have the essentials birds need to survive the winter in your yard, pick up a field guide with colored photos to help identify your new guests. Try documenting the different species that visit and see how your efforts have improved the bird landscape. For more information, visit our website, johnsonsnursery.com, and download our free birdscaping brochure. I'm Carrie Hennessy. Thanks for watching The Dirt, and see you next time.